Hello everyone! In today's video, we are going to be discussing 5 theories on the Breath of the Wild sequel, Tears of the Kingdom. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Riz, are you really making 2 top 5 game theory videos in a row?
Yes, I am, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. It has been a long time coming, but the Breath of the Wild sequel is almost here, so long as Nintendo doesn't delay the release again. Although the game is so close, we still don't know very much about it. Nintendo tends to keep their games closely under wraps to keep us anticipating the release, which I can appreciate. It creates a good sense of suspense and excitement, but that won't stop fans from speculating gameplay and coming up with their own theories. Before we dive into these theories, allow me to give a brief refresher on everything we know so far. During Nintendo's September 2022 Direct, it was revealed that the official game title is Tears of the Kingdom, and the official release date is May 12th, 2023. The game will be a Switch exclusive and will cost a whopping $70 instead of the usual $60. According to the game trailers released so far, Tears of the Kingdom is set to be an open-world adventure, and sky travel will play a big role. There is no solid proof of a plotline, but little clues in the trailers hint at the story, which we will delve into in this video. So without any further ado, here are 5 theories about the Breath of the Wild sequel, Tears of the Kingdom. In this Tears of the Kingdom trailer, a wall of hieroglyphs is shown where we can see a biblically accurate owl or some sort of humanoid deity. Around this figure, there are 7 upside-down spiral teardrop-shaped orbs forming a semicircle. Fans have theorized that these orbs are items that may have to be collected by defeating bosses in various dungeons throughout Link's journey through Hyrule. This is a totally plausible theory, as it follows the theme of item collection like the previous games in the franchise. In Skyward Sword, you literally had to collect sacred tears in the Silent Realms for rewards like the Water Dragon skill, which unlocks the ability to dive into the water and swim around. Most fans would be delighted if Tears of the Kingdom's collectibles were items that you can find in the 7 main dungeons. Breath of the Wild's lack of dungeons was a big miss for a lot of the fandom. 7 dungeons would make sense from a thematic standpoint, while also catering to fans who want a more classic approach to sprawled out dungeons, rather than an emphasis on smaller puzzle-based shrines like in Breath of the Wild. If these orbs end up being anything like the Sheikah Tapestry in Breath of the Wild, they will be a main feature of the sequel. Another theory about these orbs is that they will approach it in a similar way to Breath of the Wild, meaning as you unlock these orbs, you will gain a new power until you're strong enough to face the final boss, just like the Sheikah Slate and the power of the runes. The Legend of Zelda series is full of iconic characters, the most iconic one being the infamous Gerudo King, Ganondorf, also known as Ganon. The most famous of the Zelda antagonists, Ganon first appeared in The Legend of Zelda in his beast form, attempting to steal the Triforce. Ganondorf and Link have been enemies in multiple Zelda games. Fans have spotted a mummified demonic monster in the Tears of the Kingdom trailer and have theorized that it may be a version of Ganondorf. The problem, however, is that Ganon, the most evil incarceration of Ganondorf, was seemingly killed in Breath of the Wild, so his return seems a bit far-fetched. But some fans have suggested that the Ganon we killed in Breath of the Wild may simply be his pure Malice form, and that his real physical body is hidden or locked away somewhere else, resulting in his return to Tears of the Kingdom. There have been multiple Zelda games where Ganon is not the main villain, so it wouldn't be totally out of the question for Tears of the Kingdom. Players spent a lot of time fighting forms of Ganon in Breath of the Wild, and featuring him again as the main antagonist runs the risk of feeling repetitive for fans. While many thought the mummified figure in the Tears of the Kingdom trailer was Ganondorf, there's evidence to suggest that the real villain may be Demise. Demise is the overarching antagonist of the Legend of Zelda series and the main antagonist and final boss of Skyward Sword. Long ago, he and his horde of demons broke through a fissure in the earth and sought out the Triforce. However, he was defeated and sealed away by the goddess Hylia, and by Link through the use of the Master Sword. Upon his defeat, Demise makes a claim that his hatred will not end, but will be reborn in the coming ages. It would seem the most likely villain other than Ganondorf would have to be Demise. Demise casted a curse on Zelda and Link that binds them to him forever. All future incarnations are forced to deal with Demise's eternal vengeance. In Tears of the Kingdom, that wrath could be culminating to a new high that poses a greater threat than ever. While Demise is in a way a form of Ganon, it can be reasonably assumed that he can function separately as his own entity. The very presence of Malice could further support this. Although the existence of Malice does not have a concretely explained source, many fans have theorized its growing presence has something to do with Demise's return. The demon Demise has been touted as the source of all monsters, which is highly similar to the Malice's ability to release cursed creatures. Nintendo isn't being shy about supporting this theory either. Breath of the Wild has a region known as the Breach of Demise, a location only present in this title, and its spin-off Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. The choice to release Skyward Sword HD right before Tears of the Kingdom also seems like a very deliberate choice. Having now seen Link mirror iconic moments from the former, such as falling through the clouds and traveling between floating islands, all of this points to Skyward Sword having a big influence on Tears of the Kingdom. So what better way to codify that influence than by making the original Demon King Demise the main villain once again? Nintendo has been dropping plenty of hints that Princess Zelda might just be a playable character in Tears of the Kingdom. Having to pick up the pieces after saving the world in Breath of the Wild cannot be an easy task. The upcoming sequel has already pledged to dive deeper into this character than we've ever seen before, so why not make her a playable character? Our hero spent so much time saving Hyrule only to get thrown into turmoil for a second time, and their relationship will soon be tested through tough decisions and sacrifices. Zelda is no longer a damsel in distress, and Link is no longer an untouchable hero who can hold the weight of the entire world on his shoulders. Tears of the Kingdom must confront these changing circumstances, and judging from everything we've seen, it likely will. In the trailer, we can see that Zelda wields a new slate this time around. Given that the Sheikah slate looks so different now, it seems that a second one has been made for Zelda to use to aid in restoring Hyrule. It suggests that she and Link are equal partners, in need of identical equipment. It makes perfect sense for Zelda to adopt the technology that has matured since her absence, especially if Nintendo tends to make her a playable character. Another interesting point to support this claim is Zelda's new haircut, as seen in the trailer. It's potentially easier to animate, so perhaps there's a mechanical reasoning behind her new look. The hair theory may be a reach, but it could actually hold some weight to it. Breath of the Wild was a much needed, bold evolution for the series. Tears of the Kingdom could continue this transformation by switching out the hero for a heroine, and working in new gameplay functions that we would never even think to entertain in the series. More nuanced dialogue, improved combat, and perhaps a greater investment in the game's core story, where the choices you make actually matter. Trailers for Tears of the Kingdom have basically confirmed that the Master Sword is incredibly damaged. The weapon is all but completely destroyed, which has naturally been the focus of much speculation since it first appeared in promotional material. The sword's new look was posted with no context, nor any accompanying text, leading to much speculation on what caused the Master Sword to look worse for wear. I mean, it makes sense for the sword to be in need of repair, so that the players don't start off the game with the strongest sword Link can possess. The question remains how Link will recover the power in his signature weapon, and what new powers he may unlock as well. The end of this trailer for Tears of the Kingdom appears to unveil exactly how the Master Sword comes to be in this state. Link is assaulted by a wave of Malice in what seems to be the opening sequence of the game. This Malice can also be seen as a coating on the Master Sword itself. It seems this potent dark magic is what damages the blade, leaving it to corrode until it's unusable. And at the same time, with Link apparently using a prosthetic arm or some sort of cast technology in Tears of the Kingdom, it is likely that this same attack is what injures Link's arm. This event is a really great way to sort of reset Link's strength, and allows players to enjoy the classic experience of growing stronger even after all of the events that take place in Breath of the Wild, while also setting up a major storyline quest of restoring the Master Sword. And that, my friends, are just a few of the top theories of the upcoming Breath of the Wild sequel, Tears of the Kingdom. I am so excited for this game's release, and I can't wait to see how many, if any, of these theories are true. Breath of the Wild was my first serious playthrough of a Zelda game, so I myself am a little bit of a noob when it comes to the Zelda series. So feel free to let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments down below. I would love to hear them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!